Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Gemini. You get a second time the Sun in Libra, and as such, the equilibrium or the notion of I want to be in harmony is actually talking to you here a second time. Libra is justice, but justice is a man-made word, and as such, we need to look deeper and we need to understand how can I come into the center, right? How can I come into my spine? The sun is giving the light to the moon, which is of course in your sign, and as such we see here the 6 major arcana, the Lovers, and the 11th major arcana. We're going to the right, we're going out to your full moon, which you're gonna have in your second next reading. And so I feel this is a date, the 6th of November or the 11th of June. And you can see which one of those is actually talking to you the most. Now, of course, the sun is always that personality that we want to shine out into the world, and the sun in the tarot is the number 19, is that I am the light. I am harnessing or connecting with the light, and as such I radiate this harmonious energy deep within me. The moon, we understand, are your feelings and your subconscious, and so we know that when we look at the moon, we don't see it. He is only visible when the sun is giving the light. And so the moon is that deep dive into the subconscious, and this is where we're gonna understand that right there we will find who we truly are. You are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the language, Mercury is the mind, and we understand that Mercury in the tarot is the magician, and the magician here is the one that knows how to play with the 4 elements, right? So the Libra in your deck looks like this, just that you know and see. And Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus in the tarot is the Empress. And the Empress is really a very powerful energy that when we understand the Empress, we create, right? We really create. For the yoga pose here we have Malasana. We are finding deep within us, in front of our heart, in the third eye, the equilibrium. And for you, it's King Pigeon pose. You're reaching back into the feet, and there you find in your subconscious actually the understanding that when you open your heart and the arms and the hands are coming from the heart and it's your body part, you are creating a circle of consciousness, right? And as such, that's what's here talking through the tarot. You are the Knight of Swords, and as such your date is between the 10th of May and the 9th of June. If your birthday is there, you are the Knight of Swords. And of course, remember that the dates of the zodiac signs, when the sun enters each sign, is different than the court cards. So you can be a classical Gemini, right, where you have the soul aspect and the court card as the Gemini. But then we also have, of course, a mix, and you can see that down in the description below. As Gemini, you're the 3rd zodiac sign, and as such connected with the 3rd house of communication and interaction. And Gemini in general is called the communicative personality. They talk and they know really how to have a beautiful conversation when they're in harmony. So back to the last reading where you had Libra Sun a second time giving Gemini Moon the light. Sagittarius, your opposite sign, is bringing the adventurous love. And so here comes the picture. and I can see if there is a reoccurring card coming, and I do not see a reoccurring card so far. I do see that Sagittarius is here again, and Sagittarius is your opposite sign. That's going to give you the light, right? Sun in Sagittarius and full moon in your sign. That's the combination that you get in your second next reading. So I think you have understood the message, and as such we can begin the reading. Good. So remember, Sagittarius is the adventurous love that we need to integrate, right? And so we begin with the court cards, and here the Knight of Swords is bringing you the Seven of Cups, which is Venus in Scorpio. Venus is the Empress. Venus is the one that creates, and Scorpio is in the next reading really important. So then you're going to see that you have a lot of cups, 7 cups altogether, and you need to choose one. The 7 is the emotional intelligence, plus the 3, it's a 10. So the 10 is then a new cycle begins in the next reading when the Sun is in Scorpio. What is the Mother Peace Tarot bringing? The 2 of Pentacles to the right down. And the 2 of Pentacles is connected with Jupiter in Capricorn. And so now we have the 10, and the 2 is the 12. The 12 is the Hangman, and it's facing down. And the Hangman is letting you know you need to let go. Sometimes we really need to let go for us to understand that certain energies, like this picking one emotions that may be more important than the other, you need to work on that. But because the 2 of Pentacles is facing down and more to the right, understand that to the right, it's to the extroverted human path, the full moon. But when we become the card, we see that he's actually looking to the left. And so within the card, there is a cycle. But at first you see the card, and that's the first impression, which is to the right. To the right, you need to make a decision and need to work on finding your equilibrium here with Jupiter in Capricorn and playing with the feelings that you have here. And there are 7 of them, and that's the 7th chakra, right? So the 7 and the 2 is a 9, and the 9 and the 3 then again is the 12. The 12, when we calculate it together, the 3 is coming up. And you are learning very clearly that here something is coming to a point where you need to make a decision, a clear decision. Then we look at the Magician. The Magician is bringing you the Ancient Ones. So you have an 11 here, the 1-1 portal. And the 11 is really a big sign where you understand all of a sudden, I am learning something here. I am understanding that there is a creativity in knowing to be the one, and the one as the Mercury that is ruling you. You see that you are guided by the Ancient Ones. What's coming from your deck is the 3 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Pentacles plus the 2 of Pentacles, that's 5 Pentacles, right? Remember, is Mars in Capricorn. So you had Jupiter in Capricorn, and now you have Mars in Capricorn. And that's saying learn to work with other people. Right here is the 11. And so this could be a date, the 3rd of November or the 11th of March. And so observe, watch how that makes you feel to work with the Ancient Ones, to see that you have the power, right? That you, for some reason, get here a really strong message. The Mother Peace Tarot, then, as a clarification, is bringing you the 10 of Cups to the left. And the 10 of Cups is pointing to the Ancient Ones. And when you look at it, we see here 10 people praying up to the rainbow, praying up to the rain, right? And the rain is important. And so here we have the 10 and the 1, which again creates an 11. And so here we have a 1, 1, 1 here. And of course, you understand that 3 times the 1 and now the 3 of Pentacles is letting you know there is work that you can do to make yourself happy, because the 10 of Cups is Mars in Pisces. And Mars in Pisces is like, I do whatever it takes that my community in the whole is happy, is enjoying, and the ancient ones are here to help you. And so you have the 3 times 1 portal plus the 3 of Pentacles that are talking here to you, and as such, just observe how that makes you feel as a message that the ancient ones want to work with you, right? It's kind of like, they are like, yes, work with others, use a community. The community is here, and understand that when you have the right community, you can build anything. Then we're going to look into the Lovers, and the Lovers bring you the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands are talking about difficult endeavors that you need to overcome. And this is Moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is your opposite sign. And so Sagittarius will give you a hard time. So the 9 and the 6 is actually the 15, that's Capricorn, that's the attachment. That you, when you know that you have one wand and that one inspiration, you can do anything. And if you have the help here of Mars in Capricorn, right, you know that you can do it. You have the community. Mars then in Pisces, you have the community and you have the ancient ones, and so the 15 turns into a 6. What is coming from Libra? The 5 of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Taurus. And Mercury is you, right? And Mercury brought you the ancient ones. And Mercury in Taurus is saying, well, now you need to find your self-worth. Now you need to understand, who are you within all these people? Who are you in the 3, right? Who are you in the 2 that came to you? So that's 5 Pentacles. And now you have another 5 Pentacles. You have 10 Pentacles and you have 10 Cups. And so there is a beautiful message coming, right? Even though this is where you need to define your self-worth, because Mercury in Taurus is always about that, well, I don't have enough money and I need to figure out how I can make money. And so the 6 and the 5 is the 11, and again, you have a portal, and that portal is important. What is the Mother Peace Tarot bringing? Temperance. Temperance is facing down, and so something here is letting you know that Temperance is bringing you the dance of the fire and the water. But because it's facing down, we need to look at why it is facing down. And so Temperance is saying to you, right now Temperance is fragmented. This is a necessary time of chaos in order for the parts of herself to reassemble in a more useful form. The shedding of outworn patterns or skins in the Death card has made this new integration possible. It can take a while to bring herself back together and use the new potential. She needs to learn how to use the power available to her. And so when it's facing down, right, it's that meaning because the goddess has entered the dancer's body. Her dance has set the waves of the ocean on fire. Nothing is impossible. An aurora borealis shimmers color light across the night sky. The wildness of the night enters her body to heal and regenerate old wounds. Her art now is everything. And so you understand that something is quite important talking here to you, because this is Sagittarius. This is where you get the full moon from. And so the 14 turns into a 5, a 5, a 5. And we had a 5 here with the 3 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. So 3 times the 5. but that's the 15. But then we can also create with the 3, the 2 coins, and the 5 coins, 10 coins, and this 5 stays alone. And we understand that we have 10 coins. 10 coins is a lot of money, and here you need to understand the dance. Now, what is Sagittarius telling you? We get the 5 of Cups. And this is interesting because the 5 of Cups plus the 10 of Cups is 15 Cups again. And so Capricorn is strong. Capricorn is talking to you a few times because this is Mars in Scorpio, right? We had Mars in Pisces. We had Mars in Capricorn, right? And so understand that there is quite a message coming through, and you need to see that here the 5 of Cups and Sagittarius together, we get the 19, and the 19 is the Sun, and the Sun is in Libra, and Libra is telling you, well, you get a second time the message that you need to find your equilibrium. You need to find your inner balance. And as such, you understand you have the 5 and the 5 and here a 5. So 3 times the 5, right? And 3 times the 5 is find the power in finding your self-worth. But we have the 6 and the 5 is the 11. But we also have the 6 and the 9 is the 15. The 6 is left. The 6 and the 5 is again an 11. The 6 and the 5 again is an 11. So you understand now that there is a certain sadness deep within you, but you have to figure out, why is the sadness here? Is it because of your self-worth? Is it because you do a lot of things and you sometimes don't understand why it's not actually bringing you a lot more money than you thought of? Because you have 5 and 7 cups, that's 12, and 10, that's 22 cups. 22 is Uranus, and Uranus is the new beginning. Uranus is the Fool. Uranus is saying you gotta emotionally now embrace the fact that you are going more and more out into the light, into the full moon, and that you are learning to show yourself, and that you are understanding that life is made to be experienced and to overcome any difficulties that's coming your way, and even a sadness that is letting you know that here she is, or he is giving her the cup, and he's literally saying you can go, right? And so here is an 11 as well, and the 11 is the inner teacher. The 11 is always with the one and only, Mercury, the magician, that one energy that we want to achieve. When we understand it, when we pick it, we pick that one cup, right? And in that one cup we understand that the ancient ones are then with us, helping us to celebrate in our community the rainbow, and as such we become really empowered. So I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get Scorpio coming, and Venus in Scorpio has come, right, and has told you, well, you gotta really look at also Mars in Scorpio and Venus in Scorpio. That's like the masculine and the feminine together. We get the 12. The 12 is the Hangman, and the 3 comes out of it. The 3 is, like we know, the Venus, the building, the community, the stepping up the ladder. And so as such, we know that Scorpio is talking. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.